It is my honor to introduce the Zeta-Pi Founders Award for the Zeta-Pi chapter. The award is presented to the brother, or in this case brothers, who demonstrate the models and values upon which our chapter has been founded. Our founders envisioned a fraternity built on brotherhood, character, leadership, and service. All values that each of us to become better men. The recipient of the Founders Award represents these ideals, not just in words, but in action. He shows loyalty to his brothers, dedication to the fraternity, and a commitment to the living principles that define Zeta-Pi, specifically Zeta-Pi. Without further ado, I call it Mike Grant.
Like the mood here, I'm very happy to say that tonight's recipient has a tremendous sense of humor, as will be reflected in my remarks this evening. In an era before social media, where everything was posted instantly, you just had the memories of your brothers to torture you years later. And here I am. So with unity of purpose, Sigma Pi moves on is the last line in Chapter 4 of the I Believe Manual in the 1990s edition. And when I was an undergraduate, this is a phrase that was drilled into us during our pledge education. And tonight's recipient exemplifies that sentiment. Now, to go way back in time to 1995 is when we had our first Sigma Pi pig roast, which was inspired by a road trip to Miami University for the chartering of the now Zeta-Phi chapter. And after visiting Mother Miami, home of the great Snowball Rebellion, and other great charterings and foundings of large college fraternities, we kind of realized like Oakland needed to up the ante. And so we came back with this grand idea, and we had very few resources. So we decided that we would reach out to our alumni for help. And in a nascent internet age, that meant typing and mailing letters. Now, to our alumni's amazement, we wrote a cogent plea for assistance with proper grammar, proper spelling, and, as the cherry on top, the actual name of each respective brother on top of each letter, not just a generic dear brother. And apparently this last detail was critical for getting some attention, because as I learned later, tonight's recipient began making phone calls all throughout the land of Sigma Pi, stating, these guys use mail merge. Like, they're not dumb. We need to do something to help them. And so, not only did he make those phone calls, he put his money where his mouth was, not just providing financial assistance, but printed materials and the loaning of an all-important giant-sized party tent. The following year, past award recipient, Chuck Suring, volunteered to be our chapter director, and on almost every single occasion was accompanied by tonight's recipient. In a way, he was our unofficial co-chapter director. He helped us clean up our ledgers, which were just a pile of papers in a milk crate. He attended our leadership retreats and taught us both life skills and also some other life skills, like how to cheat at hearts and other memorable pranks. Like the time he took us all to Petker's for pizza without telling us that it was karaoke night and that he had already signed us all up to sing. Personally, I was assigned like a virgin, much to the amusement of everyone in the bar. He was also the perpetuator of the flip the mattress prank, which went on to reach mythical proportions for our chapter in the early 2000s. Hijinks aside, tonight's recipient has always been on call to give practical leadership and business advice to undergraduate members for the last 40 years. He has spoken at countless new member education meetings, leadership retreats, new member ceremonies, and numerous initiations. Back in 2005, I was fortunate enough to be appointed with our now Grand Sage to work on the Grand Chapter Ritual Committee. And one of our major assignments was to have our ritual manuals reprinted. Beyond all the work that goes into producing a quality publication, printing 900 copies of a secret book and transporting them across the country without any of them being lost or stolen is quite a feat. We needed someone we could trust to take on this important task. Tonight's recipient took on the task with gusto, implementing all the security steps used by companies that print financial instruments, including checks. which includes weighing all the materials as they are received into the warehouse, and weighing all of the finished product on the way out to make sure that every ounce of material is accounted for, thus no manuals were lost. To this day, Sigma Pi is one of the few fraternal organizations not to have its manual ceremonies leaked onto the internet, and tonight's recipient is a major contributor to that achievement. In conclusion, I have known tonight's recipient for over 30 years, and my life is the richer because of it. As are all our lives, which is why we are presenting him with this award for Lifetime Achievement, the Founders Award, a man of tremendous generosity. He has hosted most of us at his home every 4th of July for the last 25 years. Tonight's award, long overdue, goes to Brother Rob Waters. Thank you very much. I know that Rob would really appreciate that if he could be here. He really wanted to be here tonight, but due to pressing family matters, he's unable to attend. He's asked me to accept this award on his behalf and pass on his best wishes for another 40 years of success here at Zeta-Pi Chapter.
Yes, sir.